ElectraQueens are an all-female, cross-genre blending band like no other. The newly developed band, formerly the Highway Women, featuring Jenane, Alyssa Scott, and Gabrielle Vaughn, are ready to finish out 2022 strong with new music featuring their incredible harmonies and inspiring vocals. Now, while the former band members focused on country music, the new Electrifying ladies will lead their fans through pop, R&B, and rock blends. And they recently collaborated with the Bacon Brothers on the recent release of their new EP, Erato, which the song Let Me Happen to You Girl and Kathy Sledge of Sister Sledge fame on the cover of You Are Everything by the Stylistics. ElectraQueens have started growing their own roots on the TikTok platform and now have over 35,000 followers after the success of their duet-style videos. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the hottest trio in music today, the ladies who will send an electrified pulse through your musical soul, the ElectraQueens. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Hi.
What an intro.
Yeah. Well, you are very welcome for that. And I would say you deserve that to be here. And I want to know right off the bat, because I have followed you since you were the Highway Women. So tell us about the rebranding from the Highway Women to the ElectraQueens. Why the name change?
Yeah, so really, the Highway Women focused a lot on that Nashville country sound. And while we still have Alyssa here, who focuses on the folk, bohemian, country roots side of country, we still love that country flair that Alyssa brings to everything we do. But, we really wanted to lean into the indie, rock, pop, R&B, to bring all of the genre flavors that we all have in our own music.
We didn't want to be boxed in by any kind of genre. So.
Well, then, okay. So, Alyssa, so you kind of bring in the country sound. Jenane, what did you like to focus on before country?
I'm your R&B girl. Your pop R&B. Yeah.
All right, Gabrielle, and are you the rock queen?
Yeah,
she's the rock queen for sure.
Well, that sounds like a great blend. So, so who came up with the new name?
Ooh, that was a lot of brainstorming.
It was accumulation of kind of everybody and like throwing names back and forth and like, how about this and this?
We liked electric, and we were like, electric what? Electric lady, electric velvet or something. And then we were like, we're queens.
We're queens. It was just a bunch of trials of like, what sounds good and what is fitting for what we're trying to accomplish as a group. So it just had a good ring, honestly.
It's electrifying and empowering. Yeah.
It does. It's empowering. It's powerful. It's extremely easy to remember. While you're looking for and brainstorming about a new name, was it difficult in the beginning? Because I know that with bands, you have to focus on your branding, your identity. Was it like, hey, came up with a great name, but then you're online making sure that nobody else had it?
Yes.
Definitely.
Everything's taken. Almost everything you could think of is taken.
Yeah. So we had to, re-trademark and get the website domain and all the things and
get creative with spelling and the fitting of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole thing, but thankfully we had our manager Jill, who was awesome with helping with all of that.
So good at that stuff.
Yeah, I can feel a bit of that pain when you're trying to come up with a new name for something. It doesn't matter if it's a band name or a product or whatever. It's like we all go instantly online, and then you find out that, I thought I had a great idea, but somebody already had it. And it
absolutely.
Did you think that you were not going to find the right name, or you really like the name, but then you find out that somebody has the name, but they weren't using it?
Then you're super bummed. You're
that's like, or it's like some name that's not really music related, and you're kind of like, does that count? Can we still do it? We don't know. So it took forever.
Wow. So I know that you started as a country trio, and then you moved to a more all-genre music trio. How has the ElectraQueens been received?
Really well, honestly.
Really well.
Like, we're so excited because we are writing together now, and we're writing music that really reflects our styles. And so for us, that's only going to give us confidence when we perform out and when we talk to people about our music. So I think for us, it's just so much more authentic to who we are. And I think with that, everybody receives that.
Yeah, like the energy we put out about it, like, I think is reciprocated. Which is really cool. I mean, you know, we were all kind of worried, like, what are old fans gonna think? Like, what are we, you know, how is this gonna be received? Because it's a huge change, and everybody's been so supportive, and we're really grateful for that, because, you know, the people that have been there from the beginning have stuck around and championed us. And
because we're still doing the same thing. We're empowering women through music and all of that. So we're proud of it, and I think they are too.
Yeah.
Well, you definitely should be proud of it. I mean, I know here on our program, we are huge supporters of female recording artists. And, you know, and I know that there's always been a lot of talks the last couple of years when it comes to country. A lot of the big female country superstars have been very vocal that maybe radio hasn't been that kind to them. Which is strange, because when it comes to pop, the ones who rule the top of the charts are all female.
Yeah,
totally.
So do you find moving over could actually work out better for you now?
I think so.
For
Absolutely.
sure.
I do think country music does have a lot of catching up to do. To get with the times, and it tends to be a little sluggish. So pop has been nice to us.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And, you know, I'm so glad that all those country artists, those female artists, are so vocal, because, you know, they're really trying to make a change, and they're trying to push it, like, through the Grammy Foundation and all of those things, and have, you know, more female producers included. And, you know, it needs to be more representation across the board. Really. So
all three of you, if you're going to have a songwriting session, so all three of you work together on a song, or does someone kind of have an idea about a particular song, and maybe, you know, let's say, Alyssa, for your example, maybe you write out this whole song, you bring it to your bandmates there, and y'all kind of go over it and, you know, put in your 2 cents worth till you come out with the final song that you like?
Yeah, we honestly, like, really just bounce ideas off of each other, and it kind of ends up just working. We'll bang out a song in like an hour and a half.
It just flows.
It ended up just we're a good team.
We all are songwriters ourselves, and so there has been moments, you know, of like, what about this idea? What about this? And we just kind of take that and run with it. But we're always in agreement. Like, you know.
Well, I know that Nashville is a huge songwriting community. I've talked to other artists that will sit down with people who literally make a living songwriting, not performing, just writing songs. Do you three sit down with others when it comes to songwriting, or is all the songwriting basically just the three of you in-house?
Depends. I think for us three right now, we've just been really focused on like growing that writing bond together for our personal music. But, you know,
we did release a song that was pitched to us, actually by Tony Luke. It's called Walk Away. That's our main song out right now. So we're totally down to, you know, take inspiration and
collab
and write with anybody.
Yeah. And Alyssa, you know, she has such a strong background in the songwriting community and co-writes a lot and does a lot of songwriter rounds here in town, which is awesome. So she's a troubadour of songwriting.
Well, for each of you, tell us where you're from and how you made it to Music City.
Sure.
Jenane?
Jenane, go first.
Middle first.
Oh,
okay.
wow.
All right. I'm from Georgia, Peachtree City, if you know it. It's about 30 minutes south of Atlanta. And I actually went to college in Nashville, Belmont University, majored in music, did the whole music thing. And then once I graduated in 2019, I just started playing out a lot and stayed in Nashville, and now I sing full time. So here I am.
Wow. All right. Well, Gabrielle, how about you?
So I am originally from Northwest Ohio, a town called Findlay. And, I started gigging out there when I was around 12, played coffee shops, bars, wineries, restaurants. As long as I had my mom with me, they'd let me play. So that was nice. So I go all around town and around Ohio and play these gigs. And then in high school, I did competitive show choir. We were 10th in the nation. It was pretty intense. So formed a lot of good discipline and love for choral music and harmonies and just all aspects of music in that way in theater. So then I decided, hey, I'm going to go to Belmont University in Nashville to study commercial music, commercial voice, which is what Jenane graduated with a degree in. I ended up changing my major 2 years in. I was in the business side of Belmont eventually, which I love the industry side too. It's got a special place in my heart. So I kind of stayed in Nashville for the industry thing, but also to pursue my music as well. So I get best of both worlds.
Yay. Hey, and Alyssa, how about you?
Yeah, so I'm from Fargo, North Dakota, and and then I grew up a lot in Minnesota. So, I've always been in, the band, the choirs. I started writing when I was 8 years old. Not good songs, but, I started writing when I was a little girl. And so I kind of, took all of that and became then a band leader in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where I started traveling with different country bands, blues band, and then I did a top 40s band, and then I did an 80s rock band. And so I traveled and I did casino routes for a couple of years. And then I used to perform in a country western musical in North Dakota for 2 years. And I clogged and sang and did the whole country western thing. But, being that songwriter, I always wanted to move to Nashville since I was a little girl. And so I did end up finishing my degree in vocal performance at McNally Smith College of Music in Minneapolis. And then I moved to Nashville now almost 6 years ago and now I'm a full-time songwriter pretty much for a personalized song company. And then I do part-time shows during the week at different honky tonks. And then we all obviously sing and write together. Yeah. So it's been pretty magical.
Yeah.
Coming together.
Well, then how did all three of you meet?
Yeah,
great question.
Yeah, we all met through our manager Jill. We were all involved in different aspects of Jill's life in one way or another, and had mutual connections. And Jill was looking for 3 fierce and committed and loyal ladies to head this up, and we've been through a lot of revolving. The group was a revolving door for a while with some different members and things, but. Yeah. We just came together and started singing together, and it was like it was always meant to be the 3 of us, and it was like, wow, okay, let's just keep this going.
So we got the right combination of people. So we worked really well together.
So was it your manager that was it her idea for you to switch genres and even switch your name?
I just feel like it was kind of a natural thing for us. Like, we're not country.
Yeah.
When we sing together.
Yeah. She just wanted us to be happy and proud of what we were doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she realized too, she was like, this isn't what this is supposed to be anymore. So let's just run with it.
Yeah. Whatever we want. Yeah.
Got to take a chance.
Yeah. And see, I like to hear that because sometimes, things are kind of working. But then that there needs to be a change, and it just plays itself out for the better. And it sounds like that's what's going on with all 3 of you. Exactly. So for each of you, so if y'all want to take turns here, tell us, who are your musical influences?
Yeah, Jenane, go first again.
Okay. So... Again, I'm the pop R&B girl, so I'm really into like Kelly Clarkson, Pink, Jessie J, that kind of stuff. So that's the music I really like to cover the most if I'm going to be playing out. But if you go to like those classics, we're going to get into, you know, Whitney Houston, some Barbra Streisand, actually. Surprisingly, not everyone thinks that about me.
Yeah, this is good. I like it.
Yeah, stuff like that. Obviously, there's Beyonce, you know, Queen. But yeah, that's me, pop R&B.
All right, Gabrielle, how about you?
Oh, yeah, okay. So mine, number one is probably Lady Gaga, who I'm actually seeing in Chicago on Monday. I'm so excited. And then Amy Winehouse for sure. I love Alanis Morissette. I also love Pink. She's incredible. Kelly Clarkson too. I mean, we have a lot of, you know, especially in the female realm of artists, like a lot of our loves are the same, like for sure. But yeah, and then the rock side of things, I love Red Hot Chili Peppers, I love Nirvana, I love Led Zeppelin, I love the Beatles. Like I have all of those influences too. So, you know, I try to incorporate a lot of things into my sound, and yeah, that's.
And what about you, Alyssa?
Yeah. Well, I grew up on country music. Like I love Shania Twain. Martina McBride was one of my biggest idols always. She was one of my first concerts, and you know, I think that plays a lot into that. But so I've always loved country music, like Patty Griffin too, some of the old like folkier stuff. But then I love any 80s rock. Like I grew up also with Pat Benatar and Blondie, and so it's really an accumulation of like country and rock. So
see, I like the fact that all three of you have your own identity. You have your own musical influences. So I can really see that when you three come together and you're writing songs together, even singing, then, you know, you have so much to pull from. You're just not in one genre. And I think with a lot of recording artists, regardless if they're country, pop, or rock, to have multiple influences across multiple genres is just a plus when it comes to singing and songwriting and even performing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
you know, so like when you're on stage performing, is it, and kind of walk me through this, because some people have their own style when they get on stage. Some people kind of have a style that they've pulled a little bits and pieces from other artists, which is great because in a way you start finding what works for you. So, you know, when you're on stage, you know, who do you try to pull from when it comes to the performance side?
That's a good question.
I'm not sure if there's anyone like specific for me, but for me, I'm a really like high energy performer. Me and Alyssa especially, we do a lot of that bar scene. We're performing in front of a lot of drunk people. So that's been really great experience, and just like letting loose and letting go on stage and realizing that like it's really not that serious and you can do whatever makes you happy and have a good time out there. So I'm not sure if there's anyone like specific, but really it's just like keep the energy up, good vibes, have fun.
Yeah, totally.
Well, you know,
kind of the same thing, you know, but I mean, I love watching like live music on YouTube, and like any of the 80s hair metal bands, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, they know how to rock it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you never know. You could end up on stage with Bret Michaels and Poison and others like that, you know. So, hey, that works, you know. Well, tell us about the song and the video for Walk Away.
Yeah, I'm going to take this one. Yeah, so Walk Away was actually pitched to us by Tony Luke Jr. and Joe Kalari. Tony Luke is an amazing songwriter, musician, and celebrity chef. He is fantastic, and we adore both of them, and we're so grateful that we got the song. Yeah. Hey guys. So we're so grateful for them, and we got to go and record our version of that song up in Philly with Joe the Butcher Nicolo, who was legendary producer, 9-time Grammy winner. Just the biggest honor to work with Joe and Tony, and you know, we just had a blast getting to go to Philly and record it, and we really that was like our first bonding experience, was going up there to record and, you know, arrange this song and work on all the harmonies. And so it was just a really cool experience. when it comes to bonding and, just bringing something to life in our own way that was already so beautiful. Because the song is beautiful and we just put our own spin on it.
No, it is a very beautiful song. I've watched the video over and over again, and it is a very beautiful song. And I think it's a great song to kick off the ElectraQueens to let everybody know how great you really are.
Thank you. And that song was really special because it really is a strong, it relies heavily on a strong vocal performance. So I really thought it showcased each of us individually so well, and how when we start to sing together too, the magic that happens.
Yeah. We tried to record it separately first, and we just weren't getting the vibe that we wanted. So then our manager Jill said to Joe, "Hey, I want them all in the same room." And that's when the magic really started happening. We really just vibed.
And see, I agree with that, because when you have a trio, okay, and you're talking about harmony, even Barry Gibb said once, the thing that we don't hear enough of is harmony, because a lot of people don't know how to do it. They've never been taught.
Yeah.
Of course, I think the Bee Gees were just automatically gifted with that. But then we have the harmonies from people like Little Big Town. And
Definitely.
I think harmony needs to make a very strong comeback.
I agree.
Because it makes songs that much... Yeah. I think it just makes the songs more beautiful to listen to and walk away. And girls, I should say ladies, you said it correctly. That song brought focus. So when I'm watching the video, the focus is literally on your voices and not like the background instruments. You're actually focused on who is singing, the tone of the voice, the harmonies when you come together. And I think that's what makes this song so great for all of you, because it does showcase what you are really about.
Thank you. Yeah,
exactly what I'm going for. Yeah.
I'm glad you felt that too, because we are definitely proud of the performance. So thank you.
Yeah, and I like the fact that your manager wanted all of you, to say, okay, let's go into the recording studio, let's try all of you together. And I think that's really the only way you can get a true feel. And to me, it's like the old way of recording, where, it's kind of like back in the day of all the albums that we love to listen to, everybody was in the recording studio at the same time. You had the band. They were playing along with whoever was singing the song, or they would play the song and then the singer would come in and sing on top of the track. But in the end, everybody was there together. And I think it just brings a better energy. Don't you agree?
That live feeling that, you can feel each other's energy and the emotion and the passion there, from everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it translates when you go on stage to sing the song, because you've already done it in the studio together, and you already know that feeling that when you step out on stage, it seems like it makes the job easier.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah,
I agree.
Well, let's talk about the song that you did with the Bacon Brothers, Let Me Happen to You, Girl. So what was it like working with Kevin Bacon and his brother Michael?
So cool.
So awesome. It's a pinch me moment of what's happening right now?
So many people don't know that they have music, and it's really good music, honestly. It's really good blast recording that.
Yeah. I mean, Kevin, obviously, very talented actor. Michael, his brother, has been a very talented, soundtrack writer in film and has done a lot in that aspect. But this music is just crazy good. It's crazy good. And you're like, not only is Kevin a great actor, he's a great singer and a great musician.
Well, yeah, and I've been listening to the album because I wanted to see how it all came together. Yeah. And you're right. There are actors out there that love to perform and sing. I mean, you have Kevin Bacon, you've got Dennis Quaid, you got Johnny Depp,
even Johnny,
and I mean, and they're doing great. So what? Now I follow you on Instagram. And I'm seeing all the photos. So what is it like being at the same venue and being on the same stage with the Bacon Brothers?
So awesome.
It's surreal, but they're so nice and so cool.
Yeah.
Really.
I mean, and their band members are just crazy talented, and just the sweetest guys. You know, they really included us and, you know, made us feel super welcome. And
they let us be creative, you know, like they told us kind of what they wanted. And then we also got to, you know, try different harmonies and try new arrangements here and there vocally.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Yeah. Let us have little solo riffing moments. And oh my gosh, it was just a blast. And, you know,
we'd love to do it again.
Yeah.
It was
such a cool experience.
Well, what kind of has Kevin and Michael, have they given you any advice that you're going to take with you?
I don't know. I feel like they just had so much fun on stage naturally. They just let loose and are themselves. Yeah. And I think like just watching that was very inspirational. Yeah. Of like, you know what, just have a good time on stage.
Yeah. Exactly. And I mean, you know, it was a nice like little lesson that, you know, treat your people well and, you know, respect each other and let each other make musical decisions and, you know, let each other shine. And they really let us shine and do our thing. And I would love to reciprocate that for somebody else someday too.
Totally. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I think, you know, I think all of us have heard horror stories about the music industry, but it still comes down to the fact that when you're out there performing, if you're just being nice and you're being kind and you have great working relationships with people, it translates to what's going on stage. Yeah. It translates to your fan base.
Absolutely.
And it makes the fan base even stronger when they know that you're not a jerk.
For sure. Yeah.
Right.
People enjoy that much more. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, are you ladies working on a full-length album?
Yeah. We're writing.
We've been writing and
we've been recording. We've been arranging.
Yeah.
It can take a little bit longer for us to really get the song together because we have to think of cool harmonies and arrangements and, you know, stuff to really make it sparkle. But like we're on our way and we're really liking what we're getting.
Yeah,
we have a few songs on the belt now. Yeah.
So walk us through a song. So let's say you have a song written, you've been working together on it, you've been singing. How much of the song or the idea of the song, even down to the arrangement, do you actually complete before going into the studio, or you just take it into the studio and let the producer kind of shape it and mold it as you're there?
We pretty much get melody and lyrics down, a general beat or some kind of, you know, arrangement to go under it. But we do often give the producer a lot of free range with the arrangement around it. And then at least, you know, in the week before, we'll talk about harmonies and what kind of different things we want to do. Yeah. I tend to lead a lot of like the vocal arrangements, but it's overall a collaborative process.
Oh, yeah. Janane is a beast at vocal arrangement. And so we're so happy that she's so good at that.
Yeah.
But we mostly have like the work tape finished and like the I guess the structure of it and everything done when it goes to the studio. But we're also flexible. And
I also love like the little like magical moments, like where you'll just do something, you know, you'll riff or do a random ad lib on the mic when you're in the studio, and it'll just come from nowhere, and you're like, oh, where'd that come from?
Keep that.
Keep it.
Yeah.
Great.
It's fun.
So there are fun things like that.
Yeah, you got to have those magic moments. I mean, we can hear that through the history of song, of all those little things that happened in the studio. Maybe it was an accident, but it's something that we'll always remember. Now, what was it like working with Kathy Sledge of Sister Sledge? Because you covered a song, You Are Everything by the Stylistics. And just, I think it's probably been a couple of months ago, I had interviewed a recording artist who actually performed with the Stylistics. So I love the fact, again, that all three of you have this wide range of loving different genres, and to bring in a song by the Stylistics that's just gold.
Yeah. I mean, it was really awesome. We have not met Kathy in person yet, but we will be going back to Philly, hopefully, to record some more music and meeting up with Kathy. But, you know, it was just so amazing to get to arrange those background vocals for her, and she gave such a stunning vocal performance on the track, and
just support, you know?
Oh yeah, just support to bring even more shine to the track. And fun fact, it actually, the cover comes out tonight at midnight Eastern Standard Time, or at 11 Central Standard Time. It'll be on all streaming platforms. So we're super excited about that. And all of the proceeds from that will go to a lovely charity that we're involved with, the Sound Mind Network, which is all about healing through the arts. And Kathy is also a part of it. All of the proceeds will go to the charity, which is fantastic. So
I love that.
Wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Tonight, the release of You Are Everything by the ElectraQueens with Kathy Sledge of Sister Sledge. So, not only do you download it, I ask you that you buy the music. And one thing about ElectraQueens, that's what we do here on the show. We encourage all of our viewers and listeners to support their favorite artist by buying the music. So that's what we want to do here. And ladies and gentlemen, you will be. I can guarantee you this right now. You will be huge fans of the ElectraQueens. So what is next for you ladies?
We are excited to just, keep rocking on stage. We are, getting more shows booked, and we're writing and we're recording. We have new music coming out soon. So
stay tuned.
It's really exciting because it's stuff we wrote and that we're really proud of. And so we're so excited to share it with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's really the direction.
All right. Whose idea was it for the duets on TikTok?
Janane. Janane's the TikTok master.
I do a lot of TikToks. But it's been fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really glad that it's taken off the way that it has, and I hope that it keeps taking off.
Yeah. People are having so much fun doing it, and getting to see people sing with us and have so much fun, and just have that release of singing is it's just so neat. And
you get to sing with the world.
Yeah.
So across all social media, for all the viewers and the listeners out there, on all social media platforms, is it ElectraQueens?
Yes.
Is that the tag?
Yeah, one word. ElectraQueens with a C.
Electra.
Yeah.
ElectraQueens, that's right. And your website?
It is www.electraqueens.com. Very easy.
Hey, all right. I always have to ask to make sure, because every once in a while you get someone that puts the word official or the word music into their domain, which I completely understand, because as you found out when you're searching for a name, you've got to find out if somebody has it or if you have to make a change to it. But ladies and gentlemen, you need to head over to electraqueens.com and follow them on TikTok and Instagram, Facebook. And you're going to be fans, ladies and gentlemen, and you've got to check out the song Walk Away. And, of course, the brand new song, which is actually debuting tonight at midnight, You Are Everything, with Kathy Sledge, the cover of the song by the Stylistics. And, again, these ladies are going to be hit makers. And I want to thank all of you. I want to thank you, Jenane and Alyssa and Gabrielle, for coming onto the program.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your time. And thank you.
Thanks so much.
Well, we're gonna be shouting the ElectraQueens from the rooftops and the mountaintops over here. And ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be brand new fans, because what do we like to do? We like to bring you not just the legends of music, but we like to bring the brand new up-and-coming hit makers. And we speak this over all of the recording acts that appear on our show in the ElectraQueens. Well, they are the new hit makers. They are the hottest, and they are going to, and well, let's just say it, the most beautiful trio in music today. So again, thank you, ElectraQueens, for being on the program. And as for all of my viewers and listeners out there, stay tuned, because we will be right back with more.
Thank you.
Thank you.